Yo, what's up, everyone? Sorry, I meant to stream earlier, but I actually fell asleep. I woke up at like 7:10 at night, and then I said, you are just in no condition to stream because you were just out of it. So, look, I'm still, I'm still yawning, just out of it. My body needed it. So, I've been dozing in and out. I've been a little bit of a mess today. So, I'm not gonna be streaming long. Um, Yesterday there was that issue where I wasn't able to share a screen. I'll try and do it right now. I have not tried it since. So let's see if this works. If it doesn't, then let's see. It seems to be. Oh yeah. There we go. So it seems to be working now. Why is, oh, that's going out here. Then this has to go through my job route. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. So let me just bring this over and play. So maybe here I'll go. So I can do that. Do I have another? I guess not. All right. Let me go ahead and save this. Ah, man. Oh, I. You probably keep that. Okay. Oh. You get this FE. Well, this would sound interesting. It could work. I feel like Maybe bring that down, then bring this one up. Maybe. If I were to go B here, then you would have A F B A. It's not good as a C. Let's see if I do a C D E. I can bring the E here and then just to duplicate the C here. So you have like an A minor chord there going to the G. And then here I'll bring this down an octave. Then this should be quarter notes walking up. Something like that. And in this part, I don't know if I like this bass line. So I'm thinking about taking this A. It's not good voicing, but give that the fifth of the chord, and then give this the third of the chord. So you're walking up tertially. 1, 3, 5. It kind of works. It would sound weird. It works. Huh. Are they going to want to play that D here? What I can do is kick the B down here and kick the B up there. Oh man. You can do this. I don't know what to do with this F though. F, G, F. It's a nice harmony. Oh, you gotta keep that. Oh, I love that F on the end of 2. I wonder if I can keep. I can always just give it to the flute here. Then you get F on the end of 2 there. I like it. The only problem is that this F here is rubbing up against this E. It's not that big of a deal, but no, 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 no. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hmm. It's a horrible shout section. Let's go back to the beginning. So this part should actually go up here too. I should double that. All right, this part, I've decided what I want to do here. This whole section comes out. I mean, at least these three measures, at the very least. Okay, so I got it. This comes out. So then here, you bring everything down. This sounds horrible, but let's see if it works. Can't even see. I guess that works. Oh my god, there's like so many rubs here. A, C, and E, huh? I don't know. Something like that. Whoa, what was that rub? Oh, it's here. Is that in every measure? What's up, Connell? Connell, so you obviously don't know because you're tuning in now, but at the beginning of this video, I talk about how I just woke up, and look at I'm yawning right now. Anyway, so I overslept. I got done work. I was exhausted. I went to sleep. I woke up at 7:15. I said, "Well, you missed the show, so you might as well just go back to sleep." And then I rolled over at 9 o'clock and I started streaming. So I didn't even tweet it out because I felt so upset about it. See, right here, there's this rub here. You got these B's and these C's. Not cool. Not cool. So what I could do is keep these at A. But then I gotta make a note here and say, fix every B, C rub like this. Okay, so that works. Now this shout section is not obviously shouting, so I do have to fix that. It's just an F minor, an F major chord. It does not sound. It does not sound shouty. I would sound shouty. If the problem is that I'm on A the entire time. I've got this F major chord here. I guess I can go to an A minor. It won't kill the dream. We'll see how it sounds. I'm yawning, Connell. How long is it taking for you to be able to hear the singing of each instrument and they sound even conducting? My ear usually can only can tune into the melody and can't hear the harmony well. Um, I don't really hear the harmony. I know the harmony. That's really it. I don't have internal relative pitch. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, I couldn't sing it like a counter melody to you. I mean, I guess I could. I don't know. It's not really I don't really hear it like that. I'm more of a visual person. I see the vertical. So like this like A minor. So that sounds really bad to me. So I'll fix it. It's probably because of this B. So yeah, if that makes sense. Da, 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 da. So da, da, da. So here, like you're seeing me do it in real time. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. This might sound horrible, but we'll see. All right, so that sounds okay. The problem I have with this is that sometimes this sounds cool when the chord follows the same like kind of voicing all the way up and down. It sounds cool in some cases. In this case, I think it sounds really really bad. So I guess that's the other part. Is like I'm just a good editor, and I don't really lie to myself. Like if something's crappy, I go, dude, you got to throw this piece of trash into the trash because that's the only place where it belongs. So, like this melody, I guess it's fine. I'm not in love with it, but I'll do it. So, yeah, let me go back here. But see, something sounds weird too here. It's that. I think this might sound better. So. Da, da, da. All right. So this will sound a little bit better. Not crazy about this A. What if I did something like that? All right, it sounds a little bit better. Yeah. All right, that sounds a lot better. So, it used to amaze me how our band teacher could hear a mistake from any section when all I could hear is my own in argument. Yeah, I'm not good like that. I got to do more stuff like that. I got to get better at the conducting part of it. Part of my problem with hearing mistakes in orchestra when I'm conducting is that I'm deaf in my right ear, so I can't really kind of hear the balance correctly. And yeah, so I kind of just wing it. I just make it up as I go along. I'm not a very assertive conductor, which is just my style. I think it probably is more bad than good. Assertive being like when someone makes a mistake, you they kind of want to be told and be like, I mean, you don't have to be like mean about it, but you can just be like, hey, flutes, you're out of tune. But I'm just so chill. It's a problem, probably because I don't I don't yell. Everything's good. Like everything sounds good to me, which is a problem. Like if Carolina plays an F instead of a G, I go, okay, fine. Like who cares? Like no one's gonna know, and even if they do, it doesn't matter. Like not to bring this back to me, but like when you almost die in a car accident, it's like who cares if you play an F instead of a G? I'm not like that that doesn't really matter in the universe. Like let's just play this song, let's get it done, and then let's just go like you know work on the next piece. That's kind of how I feel a little bit. All right, so this part, so so I feel like there should be kind of twirl here. Maybe this? Okay, that sounds horrible. I'm gonna do something like a da da boo doo. Um, what if I walk this down and back up? If I bring this down to an A, that gives me some leeway to do CBC. So you could do something like this. That sounds a lot better. There was one time that we were 5 minutes from the end of practice and someone made a mistake. She threatened to keep us after school till she found who did it. We played it perfect the second run. Yeah, I mean, like the musicians that I hire, like they're so good. They don't really. I mean, I guess it'd be good if I were a little bit more. Like just look at how fun. Like look at how happy Lena is. And Scott, and like there's no that's me in the background turning my camera on. But like they're all just laughing, having a good time. Tom's just doing his thing. I don't know. It's so no one's stressing out. God, they look so happy. Look at Lena. She looks so happy. I think we were all, dude, Eunice was awesome. Um, Everyone just had fun. It was just cool to see humans again. I don't know. I feel like no one needs to be yelled at or corrected. And I, again, maybe they want to be told so they can improve. But none of my music has legatos or slurs or anything. I don't even put dynamics in my music. I don't really care. I really don't. I know. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably because of the brain injury. I just don't care. I've just stopped caring about like everything. I mean, this is going to sound super dramatic, but it's true. It's like, you've lost everything. I've lost everything. Uh, you so I'm not going to care about like whether something's played forte or not. I just don't care about anything anymore. I'm kind of like losing hope. They look amazing. Keep in mind this was middle school back in the yeah, I know. Dude, they're so good. Lena is such a pleasure. God, she's been looking for work because everything is shut down. Like there's no weddings, there's no bar mitzvahs, there's nothing. So like, a paid gig at a cool recording studio in Philadelphia is just like everyone was just stoked. I was thrilled. I was so happy. But it was good to see everyone being happy. All right. This is a long line for the flute to play. Okay, so do something like that. I can walk this up to an F, maybe? No, I can't. Can't do it. Do something like that. How's the video edit coming? The video edit is done. The video edit is 100% done. I'm just waiting on the sound. I'm waiting on the audio. Now I could have done the audio, but I'm trying this new procedure where I hire an engineer to do the audio for me, and it's kind of expensive. It's $50 per song, which I guess isn't that bad. It's $100, but it starts to add up. If you start doing 4 songs a week, it's $200 a week. I'm not making $200 a week on my music, at least not anymore. I used to. That's getting dark and heavy, but yeah, I'm just trying to think how I can make this scale financially. I think I'll do it. I think I'm crazy enough to make it work. I just gotta make it work. Like, here's the rule. Now, this is scratch audio. This is not the actual recording, but that's all. I don't know. So, a couple. I mean, the flute was out of tune. The cello sounded a little bit off. But it was our first run through, and it's again, it's just scratch audio. This is not the actual take. So, yeah, I mean, it sounds good, right? I mean, it sounds good. It looks good. It looks professional. It's a product that I'm happy about. So I feel good about it. Can I make $1,000 off this recording? No, but I mean, I don't know. The hope is that I can, because each session costs me 1,000. On Patreon, I'm making about $250 a month. Then you start doing like sheet music sales and MP3s and whatever else, and maybe I'm at maybe 250, 300. But you're still eating away at $700 per recording. That's my loss per recording. So if you do 2 recordings per month, you're losing about $1,500 per month. Is $1,500 a month going to kill me if I lose it? Well, it's it's a lot of money, but the cost stays the same while the income in theory grows. So the theory is like I grow I grow the revenue. I grow the sheet music sales, I grow the MP3 sales. But then you're still getting hit with that $1,500 per month. Now, the other option is you record once per month and you record 4 songs during each recording. And those 4 songs are the 4 weekly songs. Or are the 4 songs that you upload every Sunday night. And therefore, now you're at this concept of like the recording cost me $1,000, and then I upload a song every Sunday night, and you hope to make $200 a week off my music. That's possible. In fact, that's very plausible. It's very possible. And then as the revenue grows, then you start doing 2 recordings per week, or 6 recordings per month. So then you're releasing a song every 5 days instead of every 7 days. In theory, it can scale, but also it can get really hairy really, really, really quickly. I mean, this thing can go off the rails really quickly. If you start doing you have to pay the engineer, the producer for mixing and mastering. You're also paying to rent out the hall fee. You're paying each other musicians. Things like if the headphones break, if a camera breaks. Today I had to buy new tripods for my cameras. That cost me $500. I mean, all this money is just going out the window. Now, I'm fortunate enough that I have a job, and all my money, all of it, almost 80% of it, is going towards the orchestra. Less than that because I'm paying rent. But, you know, if you were to say like 50-50, like I'm not saving any money, but what am I going to do with saving money? Like I can't take it with me when I'm dead. So, well, like you said, it was a scratch recording. It wasn't the actual take. I bet the actual take was the actual take was really, really, really good. And the cool thing about recording studios is that you can actually take multiple takes and then take the best section of that take, which is not very classical musician of you to do, but it's the magic of recording and it's technology, and I do it in MIDI. I mean, I take the best sample. So, if someone plays a wrong note, you say, okay, let's punch it in. Punch in means you punch out, you punch in, punch out. It means you do the take again, and you overwrite the old take, at least for that one section. It's usually about 3 or 4 seconds, like that little measure or two. And that's it. So you punch in, you fix that one section, then you move on to the next piece. Now, there's also what's called a pre-roll, where we were not doing any pre-rolls, which was a problem. And it was my first time at this studio where we were able to do punch in and punch outs, but hearing ourselves leading into the recording. Like you actually hear yourself playing for 3 seconds in your headphones to get you ready to start playing the punch in, punch out. It's a really, really cool concept. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a cool thing. I don't know how it will work out if it's all original music. I hate this angle. I try not to show feet. I don't have a foot thing. I'm saying it's like it looks weird seeing someone sitting down. I want to show more faces, and I should have done better with that. But next time I'll do better. Like I think it would have been very cool had I done a close-up shot of hands and fingers and faces and eyes. Like that's a cool shot. But then I don't like how the iPad's right there in the shot. So I think what I could have done is gotten a longer camera lens, and kind of made that look better. So I just bought a camera. Oh, that's the other thing too, right? I just bought a camera lens today. I bought new tripods. I had to buy 4 of them. It cost me $500 for the cameras. because at this recording session I didn't have him, which was it was a huge problem. It almost stopped the recording session because we couldn't put the cameras anywhere. I wound up putting cameras on the piano, which is not very good. Um, and then I had to buy a longer lens. It's a nifty 50. The lens that I bought was a 50 millimeter 1.4 f1.4. So it's going to have a nice bokeh. The problem with buying, I think in hindsight, the problem with buying a 50 millimeter lens is that you're going to have to be so tight on the camera, or so tight. It's going to have to be close to the musician. What I should have done is bought a longer throw, like a 130 millimeter, like I don't know, 130 millimeter lens. What's this? There we go. Or at least like an 80, like here, like a Sony. Well, not even that. You would want to do like a Sony E mount, right? Like well, I mean that's too long. Let's see. Do they have like a 95 millimeter lens? Like this is what you would want to do. You'd want to be by like a long throw. This is for full sensors. I don't know. Well, here, hold on. Let's see. You could always get a telescope again. Yeah, telescopic lens, Sony E mount. Let's see. I mean, these are all. I don't know what's this. Yeah, see, these are way out of my price range. See, there's your nifty 50 there, but that's for a full frame. Then you got here full frame. Oh, you know what? I can just why does it say all E mount? It's not. Those are not E mounts. Mount type. Give me E. I guess because they're saying that it's backwards compatible. I guess I don't know. I mean, I can always rent lenses. See, the problem though is that these long lenses, they don't have any throw. I don't mind a $300 lens because you buy it once and you own it forever. I can't do it every week, but you know you're gonna be like f6.3. Like the picture's gonna be so dark. It's gonna have nice bokeh. You're gonna have to fix it in post, but I don't know. This is probably a way of just give me a fixed telephoto lens, fixed Samyang lens, Sony. I guess 45, 50. I don't know. I would want something a little bit bigger than that. 35 millimeter. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. A normal zoom lens should serve you well. You think so? I do have a zoom lens. It's a piece of crap though. Uh, it's the kit lens that came with the camera. It's not that great. It's a kit lens. It's like, you know, baby's first camera lens. Samyang's my favorite though. Do you know that Samyang is a Korean company? That's why I like them. So here, look, Sony FE mount, 70 millimeter. Let me see if I can do a zoom lens. That's a gorgeous lens. Look at that. Let's see, autofocus. I don't know. I mean, these are all probably super expensive too, with the cost of labor and everything being high. Even buying secondary lenses are expensive. I do have the Sony E mount kit lens. It's like an 18 millimeter to whatever. It's not good at all. This is a nice lens. Look at that. $15 to $210. So you would get a 210 at 6.3. 210 would be good because then it could be away from the musicians. You can have the camera literally here. Maybe I'll hike it up a little bit on the tripod, and you would get, you know, you would get a cropping without any loss of resolution. Probably something like well, that's probably not. You know, maybe the you would get a shot like that, which I think would look beautiful. That's a very artistic looking view. Like all these shots would be close. I feel like that would be a better look, right? If it were close. I mean, it's pixelated because I'm digital cropping, but um, let me turn off the sound. You know, I feel like that might be kind of cool. If I can do some kind of like artistic vision, who knows? Um, all right, let me close that out. Bless me, you dare say autofocus? Yeah, I mean, God, I there was a guy that I used to work with at a music store, and he was so against autofocus. He was like, "Dude, you're not a real producer if you do autofocus." I'm like, "Dude, I work on big things, and I still to this day, I almost default to autofocus at this point." So, you know, I like it. Um, what's this all about? No, I don't. I'm looking at houses. There was a new house that just came for sale. I just got a notification, but it doesn't look that good. This house looks like a piece of crap. Yeah, this is a piece of crap. Oh my god, this house looks horrible. Yeah. Oh my gosh. They're using the radiator. Look at that. Let me see if I can show you. House is a piece of crap. They're using the radiator as a table. That's like probably not safe. Um, God, houses are so crappy anymore. You buy a house for like $250,000, and it's like in the worst part of town on the worst street. It's being sold as is, um, and just like everything about it is just a turd monster. You know, my film instructors were like dead set against autofocus. Yeah, no, I mean I get it. I get it. I get it. Um, I'm not blind to it. I mean I understand why autofocus is not the best solution, but a lot of times it is. And it's like when like guitar players say, "Oh, don't play a major chord. You got to make it a ninth chord so it sounds cool." Well, dude, like you can't just like always just play ninth chords. Like sometimes the autofocus is better. I mean, plus I'm not pulling focus, you know, during these recordings. I just want to set it and forget it. And the manual is fine. Like the manual focus is fine because they're not moving around. They're moving sort of like this, but they're always in that general 2 foot space of that box. So the focus is always going to latch onto their eyeballs when they're moving. You always be within that give or take 1 foot range. Um, and like if you're doing manual focus, you don't even want a fast lens anyway. Because what, like, you're gonna do like an f1.8, and then you're gonna focus on their eyelid or something or their ear, and then the second that they move 2 inches up or back, then they're gonna knock out of focus. It's gonna look horrible. But all right. There's a word I don't want to hear again. Radiator. I just got my car back at least. Oh man. I forgot how expensive cars were because my car is old. I mean, my car is probably 20 years old. It's fully paid off. It's a junker. It is a piece of crap. And boy, do I love it. And did I ever tell you the story of when I crashed my door into the toll booth? My computer's about to die, so I can't talk that long. But um, the toll booth operator or booth collector, whatever, they go to give me the money. This is during the pandemic, and well, there's still a pandemic, but like the height of it, like about a year and a half ago. And no one's touching, no one's talking. You're wearing gloves, going to the toll booth, you're doing the whole thing, face mask, the whole thing. So they go to give me the money, and I don't want to touch them, and so they don't want to touch me either. So they drop the dollar bill in my hand, but it's a windy night, and I'm leaning out my car, and the wind picks up the dollar and takes it away. And I go, oh crap! And I'm in the middle of the toll booth. There's like 4 cars behind me, So I go to run out to get the dollar and I slam my car open, but I forget for the split second that I'm inside of a toll booth. I'm not in a parking lot or at home. So I open up the car door and it slams, completely rocks solid against the toll booth cement column, like the protector in case you crash into it. Slams into that, completely destroys my door, and I didn't even care because it's such a crappy car, and it doesn't ruin the performance of the car. The cars are probably only worth $200, so there's no point of even fixing the door for $300. It's worth less than what the car's worth. So just like a perfect example is like why I like crappy clothes and crappy cars is because like even if you're worth $1 million, like for me to spill wine on a $400 shirt or to crash a door or to like if I drove like a nice BMW or something and like I parked at a food court or in a at a grocery store in a parking lot. The whole time I'd be walking around the store, I would be so obsessed with like, is my car okay? Did someone scratch my car? Did someone run a shopping cart into the car? Is a bird crapping on my car? Is whatever. Did the wind pick up a piece of wood and scratch my my roof? I would hate it, and I like crappy stuff because it makes me live simpler. That's all. That's my little story. My film. There's a word. Okay, you did. I remember they even laughed at you. You chased. Yeah, but I got it. I got the dollar. And the toll booth lady was like, "What's wrong with you, man? Like, I guess that she's seen it before, so maybe she wasn't like that freaked out by it. But she was just like, did you just like ran into the door like that? I'm like, yeah. I'm sorry about that. But, that's all. Little story. And down, 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 down. Could do something like that. Da down, da 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 down, down. So you could do that. All right. So this might sound okay. I don't know if this is. Yeah, this section sucks. This shout stinks. Sounds horrible. That's I felt with the rental, constantly worried about the finish, and the toll operator really had no room to judge you honestly. But I won't go into that tangent. Um, yeah, even renting. Oh my gosh, like my computer's about to die. You know what? I'm gonna plug my computer in, and I'll just talk to you through my laptop. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Um, God, my hair's a mess, isn't it? Um, what was I going to say? I forget. Mm. Oh, rentals. The problem with rentals is right. You're always obsessed about returning it the way that you found it. The worst ever, the worst experience I've ever had was renting camera lenses, and they had to be packaged like sending them back. They had to be packaged a certain way. You don't scratch him, of course, but just the whole thing, the whole time during the shoot, I'm like on edge. I'm like I'm like freaking out, like me and the DP, we were just like, and there was, I forget what happened. Like I think one of the lenses like they weren't about to show up on time. They showed up on like Monday afternoon for a Monday night shoot, and it was just like, oh my gosh, they were supposed to show up on Sunday or Saturday or something. I don't know. Um, it just was so it was so stressful. And then I said to the guy, to my DP, I was like, "Yo, Tom, we're never renting lenses again. I'll just buy him. This is just insane." And he's like, "Yeah, I know, dude. That was wild." And it was for only for a 2 hour shoot. So like you're spending like $100 in lens rentals. You know, it, it just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Um, if it were a bigger production with a bigger budget, yeah, you rent the lenses. But for something that you're only going to be making $100 a week off of, it doesn't make sense to spend $100 on lens rentals. But we wanted to try a couple, faster lenses. We wanted to try, I think that we did rent a 200 millimeter lens, which actually looked really, really good. It's just, it was just so. I'm such a time guy. I'm so efficient. At least I used to be. Renting anything can be stressful. Remember renting video? Yeah, I do remember. But renting videos, you're not going to ruin a video. Like when you rent a video, if you were to break the video, okay, it costs you $50 to fix it. If you rent a lens for $100 and you drop it or something and you break the glass, you owe them like $900. It's just be kind, please rewind. That's right. It's just it's just exhausting renting lenses. I like I get the concept. I just don't think it's efficient. I don't think it's financially viable for what I'm looking for. I don't think I'm the demo. I don't think that I'm the demographic for what people are looking for renting lenses. What's up, second person, whoever's there? We were just writing music a couple minutes ago. I should probably go back to the music writing thing, but um, yeah, it was not a good experience. And the worst part too is you're dealing with inventory. So if you had a certain style that you wanted your orchestra to look like each week you're renting the lens, but it's not always available each week. So I think like the one time we wanted to shoot, we weren't they didn't have the lens that we wanted to get. So we had to rent like a 140 millimeter lens instead of a 200 millimeter lens. It's not that big of an issue, but it's little things like that where like inventory, you're waiting on the shipment. You get the shipment and then like a couple hours before the shoot, make sure you don't scratch anything. And then even repackaging it up and resending it out was just kind of difficult. I do remember I had to drive to the store, but I didn't have time because I drive back to the UPS to drop off the package and of the lenses to be returned. And I remember that was the whole thing because the UPS wasn't open on a weekend, and then I had to wait till Monday, but I couldn't do it on Monday because I had to go somewhere. And so then I tried to do it on Tuesday, but then they said if you don't turn it on Tuesday, then we're going to hit you with a late fee. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this ever again. I don't. It wasn't a bad experience per se. I just don't know. I just don't want to go through it ever again. I could see how it could be better if you had a team or a bigger budget. Maybe have the assistant drop off the package when you're done with it. But for me, it was just like, dude, late fees and inventory and oh my gosh, it was wild. I'm glad I did it. It was a good time. I'm happy with the end result, but couldn't I couldn't do it twice. You remember the dirty looks you'd get when they saw you didn't rewind? Oh man, and they would charge you too. They'd be like, okay, that's a $10 rewind fee or something crazy like that. You're just like, man, this is like, I don't want any of this. But um, all right, well here, let's see what we got here. Do 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 do. Yeah. Let's go here. Um. Oh, Oh, that's the end. The end there. Okay. All right, I get it. Um. Let's go here. Oh, I think you're hearing that in stereo, right? Oh no 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 no. You're not. like this should be an A. I've got this voicing. First of all, you have these two G's, two E's, two C's, and then these two B's. I don't like this at all. I guess it's fine. It's fine. Okay, there's that rub. Oh, there's a rub here. I mean, I guess it sounds fine. I was thinking about playing the B. Oh, you can't because it's C. Oh, you can't do an A. That would sound horrible. I guess you do have to do the E. Can I do a D? That's better. So what I can do is I'll flip these. That's a good solution. Because then I can have this play as a half note on the A. Oops. You can do something like this. Okay, I think I know what to do for the shout section. Let me give another 2 measures here. I can use this. Dun, 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 dun. Do something like that. So I'll dupe this. I'll take out the bass. So then you can dupe this. Something like that? I don't know. That trip down nostalgia lane reminded me of Friday night's long party at Blockbuster recitals and Little Caesars Pizza. Little Caesars Pizza. They were on not every street corner. They were on a lot of street corners, and they were so good. This is before inflation, when like their pizzas were small, but they were cheap. Today's pizzas, they were small and they're expensive, but so you never really kind of like get to enjoy pizzas today. But man, that was such a good time. You're right. You're absolutely right. Um, oh my gosh, I remember Little Caesars Pizza. All that stuff was good. Wait, let's see. Here we go. There we go. It wasn't working earlier. It wasn't working earlier. Do 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 do. All right. God, nothing's like working anymore. Nothing works anymore. Everything's falling apart. Um, Wait, let me see. Okay, there we go. How do I go? Okay. All right. So let's go back to this section here then. There we go. The reason why I'm changing this is because this E, when this was an F before, it was hitting this E and it sounded horrible. So, what's up, Cog? Walt After Dark. So the story is, I should have put a note on the bottom of the video. Um, do you really, Connell? Um, I fell asleep and I woke up at 7:15 and I said, "Oh, so I'm gonna yawn again. I'm sorry for yawning. I was so tired today. I'm still tired. I still feel like a piece of crap. But um oh, this E has a rub. There we go. What if I can have them play a long note? No. Well, something like that maybe. So I need a melody here, Cog. And I don't know where I'm going to find it, but it's probably back here somewhere. I mean, heck, I can just do the verse. Let's see, what's this sound like? So you can do something like that. So like this, maybe? Oh, it's got to be the lower register. I know that Connell's going to tell me that. Walt, take advantage of that lower timbre. So actually, this sounds horrible in that lower register. I'm going to do this. Okay, then I'll repeat it one more time. So we've got this little build up here. I should be building it up a little bit more than this, though. God, it sounds so good. If you guys are wondering why I'm not using my headphones right now, it's because my battery was about to die. And I had, at the time, I had 2% battery power left. I'm now at 35. I could probably unhook it and then do the thing again. So it's a shame that the musicians aren't in the chat. I will have to, I'll have to have Sasha tune into the chat. Sasha and Lena. They're my favorites. They're my favorite musicians in Philadelphia. So a man tells his doctor, "Doc, you have to help me. I'm addicted to Twitter." The doctor replies, "Sorry, I don't follow you." Get out. Get out. Leave. Ban. Put you put user in timeout. That's you. That is all you, Lucas. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Get out of here. So I got to think of where to take this then. Because these musicians do not want to play that melody 10 times in a row, I can tell you. So I'm trying to think. So it's probably best to drop it out, right? And then go big. So this will be like the drop. Can I do a little bit of pits here, you think? Would that work? You think that's effective or kind of stupid? So something like this maybe? Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. This might sound horrible. That's not enough time for them to go to pits. Down, 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 down. How do I take out the road? I don't know how to do that. I'll just do it like this. That's good. So this part would go E, D, C, B, A. Wait a minute. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so Lurkin Lucas. That's your new name. Lewis the Lurker. All right. How's this? When in doubt, drink some tea. I'm a lurk and do some things. All right. I'm done after this. I should really probably go back to sleep. It's 10:30. My neck, God, my neck hurts so much today. You probably don't want to hear that. Okay, let's play. Here's what I'll do. There we go. Check, check, check. So that's what the song sounds like so far. I don't know. Do 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 do. Mm. So this goes here. All right, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Okay, so that's it so far. That's all I have so far. All right. I mean, it sounds fine. All right, that's all. That's all I have for today. I'm kind of like exhausted. I just don't think this thing's ever gonna work out, man. I think I'm fucked. I still don't feel good. The neck still hurts. I still feel like shit. I can't even concentrate. The music sucks. Everything sucks. I have no fucking money. I'm so fucked. All right, everyone have a good night. I will see you on